My dear children, come near to me now. Picture yourself within a quiet chapel at dawn, where the soft chime of a distant bell rings across the stillness. The air carries the faint scent of incense, and the glow of candlelight warms the shadows. Streams of golden light pour through stained glass, painting the walls with colors of hope. In this sacred stillness, I am here with you. I draw you into my presence, not to burden you, but to give you rest. I know the storms that rage in your heart. I know the weight you carry, the heaviness of fear and the pressing flood of uncertainty. Yet even here, in the silence and the glow, I whisper to your soul, "Be still, for I am with you." As a tower stands unshaken when the winds howl and the waves crash, so I stand for you, my dear children. Let not your hearts be troubled, for you are not alone. The world may quake, but I remain unmoved. The storm may howl, but my love is your refuge. My dear children, hear the tenderness of my voice. I am the God who created you, who formed you in love, and who sustains you through every season. When you feel overwhelmed in the midst of crisis, I am not far away. I am not hidden from your pain. I am near, closer than your breath, more faithful than the sunrise. You need not strive to find me, for I am already by your side, holding you in my everlasting arms. This message I give you today is to remind you of what you may have forgotten in your weariness. I am your refuge and strength, a present help in times of trouble. That is my promise to you, not just once, but forever. As you walk through this time with me, allow your soul to breathe again. Rest in the knowledge that you are seen, you are known, and you are loved with an unshakable love. My dear children, when the storms of life rise suddenly, when you feel as though the waters are rising around you and the ground beneath your feet begins to tremble, lift your eyes to me, for I am your strong tower. I am the fortress that cannot be shaken. I am your place of safety. Hear my word. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. This is the truth of Psalm 46:1. It was spoken long before your trials began, and it remains true in this very hour. You may feel as though you stand alone, but I tell you now, you do not. I am with you in the dark valley. I am with you when tears fall upon your pillow. I am with you when fear grips your chest and words will not come. I am here, and I will not abandon you. My dear children, picture a mighty tower rising above the storm. Rain lashes against it, winds strike it, yet it stands unmoved, unbroken. That tower is my love for you. My strength encircles you like walls of stone. My presence covers you like a shield. Though the enemy presses hard against you, he cannot tear you from my embrace. For I have engraved you upon the palms of my hands, and nothing can snatch you away. Rest in me. Breathe in my peace. Feel the calm that comes when you release your burdens into my care. Cast your anxieties upon me, for I care for you. You need not fight this battle alone. You need not carry the crushing load upon your shoulders. Give it to me. Place it into my hands, and see how I lift you from despair. My dear children, some of you feel forgotten. Some of you wonder if I hear your prayers. I assure you now, every whisper of your heart reaches my throne. No tear is hidden from my sight, no cry escapes my ears. I am attentive to your needs, and I am already working for your good, even when you cannot see the path. Think of a storm at sea, with waves towering high and the wind howling without mercy. Yet within that storm, a lighthouse burns bright. Its light pierces the darkness, guiding sailors safely home. So am I to you, my dear children. My light is constant, my guidance unfailing. Do not be afraid to draw near to me, for I am not here to condemn you, but to save you, to hold you, to steady your steps when the ground trembles. Remember the promise I gave, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers they shall not overwhelm you. My word is sure. The waters may rise, but they will not drown you, for I hold you above the flood. My dear children, learn to be still in my presence. The world clamors for your attention. Fear screams loudly. Yet in the quietness of my presence, you will find strength renewed. Sit with me. Rest with me. Let my spirit breathe fresh life into your weary heart. As the morning dew renews the earth, so my grace falls gently upon you each day. You may feel unworthy, but I remind you now, my love for you does not depend on your strength or perfection. It depends on my faithfulness. I am faithful when you falter. I am steadfast when you waver. I am merciful when you stumble. My arms remain open, ready to receive you, to cleanse you, to restore you. My dear children, in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. In your brokenness, my healing flows. In your fear, my courage rises within you. Do not despise your weakness, for it is there that I meet you most tenderly. It is there that my presence surrounds you like a warm embrace after a long night of sorrow. Trust me, even when the path seems unclear. Trust me, even when the night feels long. I am the dawn that always comes. I am the light that no darkness can overcome. My dear children, I see how easily your heart can be shaken by the voices of this world. So many voices cry out at once, fearful, anxious, demanding, and it feels as if you are drowning in noise. But hear me now. My voice is still, steady, and filled with peace. In the storm of many sounds, I call to you like a calm breeze at dawn, whispering rest into your soul. Listen to me above all, for my words bring life. Do not measure my presence by how you feel in the moment. Feelings are like waves rising and falling, never steady for long. But I am not like the waves. I am your rock, firm and unmovable. When your emotions swirl in chaos, anchor yourself in me, and you will not drift away. You may not always feel strong, but strength is not the requirement. Surrender is. Lay your heart bare before me, and I will cover you in my strength. My dear children, I know the temptation to think you are alone in your troubles, but look again. Even in the silence, even when prayers seem unanswered, I am working. Like seeds hidden deep in the soil, my purposes are at work beneath the surface. You may not see growth yet, but in time you will marvel at the harvest I bring forth from your pain. Trust the unseen work of my hand. You may ask, why must I endure such trials? I tell you this with tenderness. Trials refine you, not to harm you, but to strengthen what is eternal within you. Just as fire purifies gold, So does adversity shape your soul, stripping away what cannot last and anchoring you in what is unshakable, my love and my truth. Do not fear the fire, my dear children, for I am with you in the flames. I do not abandon you in the furnace. I walk with you there, and not even the smell of smoke will remain upon you when I bring you out. Think of a storm that batters the earth with violent rains. The trees bend, the rivers swell, and yet, after the storm, new growth springs forth. Flowers bloom brighter, the air is washed clean, and the land is renewed. So it is with you. When the storm passes, you will see how I have refreshed your spirit, how I have made you stronger, how I have drawn you closer to me. My dear children, I ask you to lift your eyes from the chaos of the storm and fix them on me. Do not stare at the waves. Stare at the one who calms them. Do not fixate on the winds. Fix your gaze on the one who commands them to be still. For I am your Savior, and my voice still carries the power to silence every tempest. Remember what I have spoken. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. This peace is not fragile. It does not break under pressure. It is my gift to you, and it flows from the throne of heaven like a river that never runs dry. Drink deeply of this peace, my dear children, and let it guard your hearts against despair. Come into my presence often, not only when trouble comes, but daily, in the quiet moments. For when you dwell with me in times of calm, your soul is prepared to trust me in times of storm. Build your life on the foundation of my word. Rest in the assurance that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The storms may change, but I do not. The seasons may shift, but I remain steadfast. My dear children, lean not on your own understanding. Trust that I hold the full picture of your life, even when all you see are broken pieces. Like a master artist, I weave each fragment into a work of beauty. You may see only pain, but I see redemption. You may see loss, but I see restoration. You may see despair, but I see hope rising. Bring me your wounds, even the ones you have hidden from others. I will not reject you. My hands are gentle, my healing sure. I bind up the broken-hearted and restore what was lost. Do not believe the lie that you must face your troubles alone or that you are too far gone for my mercy. My grace reaches deeper than your failure, and my mercy rises higher than your shame. My dear children, I call you to walk with courage, not because you are strong, but because I am strong in you. Fear not the future, for I am already there. Worry not about tomorrow, for I hold it in my hands. Focus your heart on today, and know that my presence is enough for this moment. I will supply your needs. I will open doors that no one can shut. I will guide your steps along the right path, even when the road feels hidden. Lift your head, beloved ones, for you are not forsaken. The same power that raised my Son from the dead is alive within you. The same Spirit that calmed the waters of Galilee lives in your heart. Stand firm in that power, and do not let despair take root. Sing praises in the storm, for praise is the weapon that confuses the enemy and strengthens your soul. My dear children, the storm will not last forever. The night will not endure without end. Dawn is coming, and with it new mercy, new joy, new hope. Let your heart rest in this. You are safe in my hands. You are held in everlasting arms. You are sheltered beneath the shadow of my wings. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and no darkness can overcome the light I have placed within you. Even now, I breathe peace into you. Even now, I pour strength into your weary bones. Even now, I wrap you in my love like a warm cloak in the cold. Trust me, for I am faithful. Believe me, for my word is sure. Follow me, for my path leads to life. My dear children, never forget that I am not only the God of the mountaintop, but also the God who walks with you in the valley. When the shadows grow long and you cannot see the path ahead, my hand still holds yours. When you stumble, I lift you. When you weep, I gather your tears as precious jewels. When you feel forgotten, I remind you that your name is written on my heart. I do not abandon the ones I love, and I will never forsake you. Consider the mighty tower that rises above a storm. Lightning flashes, winds roar, the ground trembles, yet the tower stands unmoved. So do I stand for you, my dear children. And not only do I stand above the storm, but I surround you within it. The tower is not distant. It is your dwelling place. You can run into me, and you are safe. I do not merely watch your struggle from afar. I step into your pain, your fear, your uncertainty, and I cover you with my presence. My dear children, when the floodwaters threaten to consume you, remember my promise. I am the ark that carries you to safety. When the fire rages, I am the shield that protects you from the flame. When the darkness presses close, I am the lamp to your feet and the light to your path. My love is not a fragile candle that flickers and dies. It is an eternal flame that nothing can extinguish. Do not think of me as distant or unreachable. I am closer than the beating of your heart. I am in the breath you inhale when you pause to rest. I am in the silence between your words. I am in the quiet strength that helps you rise again each morning. My presence is not reserved for holy temples or grand cathedrals. Wherever you call upon my name, there I am. Your kitchen becomes a sanctuary. Your car becomes a chapel. Your bed at night becomes an altar of prayer. For I am not bound by walls. I am bound by love, and my love draws me near to you always. My dear children, I see how often you try to carry more than you were meant to bear. You take upon yourself burdens that belong in my hands. You strive to control outcomes that only I can hold. Release them now. Let the weight roll off your shoulders and fall into my care. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I do not demand that you carry what I have already taken to the cross. Trust in the finished work of my Son, who bore your sins, your sorrows, and your fears upon himself so that you could walk free. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Not a fleeting rest, but a deep and holy rest for your soul. Rest that calms the racing mind. Rest that heals the weary heart. Rest that refreshes the spirit like living water flowing through parched land. My dear children, drink deeply of this rest, for I offer it freely. Do not be afraid of tomorrow. Tomorrow is not your enemy. It is a gift waiting to be opened. I am already there, preparing the way, smoothing the path, planting blessings you have not yet seen. Why waste your strength fearing shadows that may never come? Instead, anchor your heart in today, in this moment, where my presence meets you fully. I give you grace for this hour, strength for this task, hope for this trial. Tomorrow's grace will come tomorrow, but today's grace is enough. My dear children, learn to walk with me step by step, not racing ahead, not lagging behind. When you walk in rhythm with my spirit, you will discover a peace that carries you even through chaos. I guide you with gentleness, not with harshness. I lead you as a shepherd leads his sheep, not with whips and shouts, but with a tender voice and a steady hand. Listen for my whisper, and you will know the way to go. Think of how the morning sun breaks through after a night of storm. The clouds scatter, the air clears, and light spills across the land in golden warmth. So it is with my presence in your life. Darkness may endure for the night, but joy comes with the morning. And even while you wait in the night, know that I have not left you. I am there in the shadows, and my hand still guides you toward the dawn. My dear children, you are not defined by your troubles. You are not defined by your failures, your fears, or your struggles. You are defined by my love. You are defined by the price I paid for you. You are defined by the promise that you are mine, now and forever. The enemy may try to label you with despair, but I call you beloved. The world may try to weigh you down with fear, but I crown you with peace. Your circumstances may say you are broken, but I declare you whole. Lift your eyes to the hills, from where your help comes. Your help comes from me, the maker of heaven and earth. I do not slumber or sleep. I watch over your life day and night, and I will not let your foot slip. I will keep you from harm. My promises are sure, and my covenant with you cannot be broken. My dear children, as you listen now, let my words sink deep into your spirit. Do not rush past them. Linger in them as you would in a quiet garden where every flower reveals its beauty in time. Sit with me in this place of peace, and let the weight of my love wash over you. I am the river of life that refreshes your soul. I am the bread of life that satisfies your hunger. I am the light of the world that drives away your darkness. When you feel you cannot go on, lean into me. When your strength is gone, draw from mine. When hope feels distant, remember that hope is alive because I live. I am the resurrection and the life, and because I live, you too will live abundantly, eternally, fearlessly. My dear children, I will never leave you or forsake you. Hold fast to this truth as an anchor for your soul. Let it steady you when waves crash. Let it carry you when winds blow. Let it remind you that you are never alone, not for a single moment. I am your strong tower, your unshakable refuge, your everlasting Father. My dear children, I know how easily your heart grows weary. The pressures of life, the trials of the world, the weight of sorrow can press upon you until it feels as though you cannot breathe. But I remind you now, I am the breath of life within you. I am the one who formed you in the secret place, who breathed into your nostrils and gave you life. That breath has never left you. Even in your exhaustion, I am sustaining you. Even in your weakness, my strength carries you. Come closer, my dear children. Do not hold yourself at a distance because of shame or fear. My arms are open wide to receive you just as you are. You do not need to polish yourself before coming to me. You do not need to hide your brokenness. I welcome the broken pieces, for I am the one who makes all things new. The cracks in your heart are not places of rejection, but openings where my light pours in. Think of clay in the hands of a potter. When the vessel cracks, the potter does not throw it away. Instead, he gently reshapes, repairs, and makes it stronger than before. So do I, my dear children. I will not discard you because of your failures or wounds. I take your brokenness and mold it into a testimony of my love. Where you see weakness, I see the place where my power will shine. Where you see failure, I see a story of redemption. Do not despise the season you are in, even if it feels painful, for every season has its purpose. Just as winter strips the trees bare to prepare them for the fruitfulness of spring, so do I allow seasons of pruning to make way for abundance. My timing is perfect, though it may not always align with your expectations. Trust me, my dear children, for I am writing a story far greater than you can imagine. When fear whispers that you are alone, remember this: I am the shepherd who never abandons his flock. I leave the 99 to find the one who has strayed. I seek you when you wander. I carry you when you are weak. I fight for you when the enemy prowls. My rod and my staff comfort you, and my goodness and mercy follow you all the days of your life. My dear children, I call you to dwell in my presence daily, not only when storms arise. Build your life upon the foundation of my word, and you will stand firm even when the earth shakes. Those who trust in me are like Mount Zion, which cannot be moved, but abides forever. When the winds blow, you will remain standing, for I myself am your foundation. Do not measure your worth by the standards of this world. The world exalts what is temporary, but I value what is eternal. I do not look at outward appearances, but at the heart. And your heart, though wounded, is precious to me. You are my workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which I prepared long before you ever walked this earth. Walk in the assurance that I delight in you. My dear children, let gratitude rise from your lips, even in hardship. Thanksgiving is the song that lifts you above despair. When you thank me in the storm, your spirit aligns with heaven, and the enemy's grip weakens. Gratitude is not denial of pain, but acknowledgement of my presence within it. Sing to me in your weakness, and watch how your soul is strengthened. Picture a tree planted by streams of water. Its roots sink deep, drawing nourishment even when the heat is intense and the rains are scarce. Its leaves do not wither, and it bears fruit in season. So shall you be when you remain rooted in me. The storms may rage, but your roots will hold. The drought may linger, but your life will flourish, for I am your source. My dear children, I want you to remember that nothing in all creation can separate you from my love. Not tribulation, not distress, not persecution, not famine, not danger, not sword. Neither death nor life, nor angels nor rulers, nor things present nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth. Nothing will sever my love from you. Rest in this eternal truth. You are mine, and I am yours. When you feel unworthy, remember the cross. There my Son bore every burden, every shame, every sin. There my love was poured out without measure. There your worth was declared beyond question. You are worth the blood of my Son, and that price was paid in full. Never doubt your value to me. My dear children, let hope rise again in your hearts. Hope is not a fragile dream, it is the anchor of your soul. It ties you to my throne, unshakable and sure. Though the seas may toss, though the winds may roar, hope holds you steady because it is rooted in who I am, and I do not change. Lift your eyes, my children, for I am doing a new thing in your life. Do you not perceive it? Streams will flow in the desert. Flowers will bloom in the wilderness. What seemed barren will bear fruit. Where you saw only impossibility, I will open a way. I am the God who makes rivers in wastelands and paths in the wilderness. Trust me, for I will not fail you. My dear children, you are never forgotten. I have counted every hair on your head. I know when you rise and when you lie down. I know your thoughts before they form on your lips. I surround you with my presence behind and before. Even if you make your bed in the depths, I am there. Even if you soar on the wings of the dawn or settle on the far side of the sea, my hand will guide you, and my right hand will hold you fast. So rest now in my love. Breathe deeply of my peace. Let go of the burdens that have weighed upon you, and place them into my hands. For I am your refuge, your fortress, your very present help in times of trouble, and I will never let you go. My dear children, when your heart trembles beneath the weight of uncertainty, know this: I am your certainty. When all else shifts like sand beneath your feet, I remain your rock. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The world may change around you. People may rise and fall. Promises may be broken. But my word endures, unshaken, eternal. Build your hope upon what cannot be moved, and you will find yourself secure even when the storm rages fiercest. I see the burdens you carry, burdens of worry for your family, burdens of provision, burdens of health, burdens of the unknown future. My dear children, you were never designed to carry such loads alone. Lay them at my feet. Release them into my hands. Do not cling to them as if you are your own Savior, for you are not. I am the one who saves. I am the one who delivers. I am the one who holds all things together. Trust me with your burdens, and watch how I transform them into testimonies of my faithfulness. My dear children, sometimes you feel the storm will never end, as though the clouds will never part and the sun will never shine again. Yet storms are not eternal. They pass, even when they seem unrelenting. And when the storm clears, you will see how I have carried you. You will look back and realize that the very trial you thought would break you has built within you a strength and faith you never knew you could hold. Nothing is wasted in my hands, not your tears, not your pain, not even your doubts. I weave them into a tapestry of grace that will shine for eternity. Remember how the disciples once feared the storm upon the sea. The waves crashed, the winds howled, and their hearts were filled with terror. Yet I slept in the boat, for I knew the storm was no match for my authority. And when I rose, I rebuked the wind and the sea, and there was great calm. So it is with your life, my dear children. You cry out to me, and I hear you. Though I may seem silent, I am not absent. I rise and speak peace over your storm. Be still, I command, and the waves must obey. Do not despise the silence, for even in silence I am at work. A seed rests in darkness before it breaks forth in life. The night comes before the dawn. Do not mistake waiting for abandonment. My timing is perfect, and in due season you will see the fruit of what I have promised. Trust that even when you cannot trace my hand, you can trust my heart. My dear children, lift your eyes above the chaos. Fix your gaze on me. Just as Peter walked upon the water while his eyes were on me, so you will rise above the storm when your focus is steady upon my face. But when you look at the waves, fear grips your heart, and you begin to sink. Do not be ashamed if you falter. Simply call upon my name, and I will stretch out my hand and lift you again. For my grace is sufficient, and my mercy never runs dry. Let hope be the song that fills your heart, even in the midnight hour. When Paul and Silas sang hymns in prison, the earth shook, chains fell, and doors swung open. Praise in the midst of trouble is a weapon of victory. It silences the accuser. It strengthens the weary. It declares to the heavens and the earth that you trust in a God who is greater than the storm. My dear children, let your lips speak life, even when death surrounds you. Let your heart sing faith, even when doubt presses in. For in praise you find freedom, and in thanksgiving you discover strength. You may feel overlooked by the world, but you are never overlooked by me. My eyes are always upon you. I know your frame. I know the path you walk. I know the thoughts that weigh upon your heart. I know the prayers you whisper in the quiet. I know the cries you dare not speak aloud. Every detail of your life is precious to me. I count your tears as treasure. I hold your prayers as incense rising before my throne. Nothing about you is forgotten. Nothing about you is unseen. My dear children, when the enemy whispers lies, remember my truth. He tells you that you are alone. I tell you that I am with you always to the very end of the age. He tells you that you are weak. I tell you that my strength is made perfect in weakness. He tells you that you are defeated. I tell you that you are more than conquerors through my love. Reject the lies and cling to my promises, for they are your shield and your sword. Picture yourself standing within a fortress of stone, the storm pounding outside. The winds may howl, the rain may fall, but within the walls, you are secure. That is what it means to abide in me. The trouble may rage around you, but within my presence there is peace that surpasses understanding. Rest in that fortress, my dear children, and let fear lose its hold upon you. Do not measure your life by the troubles of this world. Troubles are temporary, but my kingdom is eternal. Fix your eyes on what is unseen, for the unseen is everlasting. This light and momentary affliction is preparing for you an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison. Do not lose heart. The outward may waste away, but inwardly you are being renewed day by day. My dear children, I remind you again of the words spoken long ago. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Do not only hear them with your ears, but let them sink into your soul. Repeat them when the night is long. Speak them when fear surrounds you. Write them upon your heart, for they are life to your weary spirit. I am your refuge. I am your strength. I am your very present help. So do not fear. The mountains may fall into the heart of the sea, The waters may roar and foam, the nations may rage, yet I am in the midst of you, and you shall not be moved. I will help you at the break of day. And, my dear children, day will always break. The night is never eternal. My light will pierce the darkness, and my glory will shine upon you again. My dear children, as this time of reflection begins to draw to its close, I do not draw away from you. My presence does not fade as words end. I am with you now, just as surely as I have been from the very first breath of your life, and I will remain with you until the final moment you step into eternity. You are never alone, not for a heartbeat, not for a breath, not for a single moment. Let your heart rest in this certainty. I am the one who holds you. When you cannot hold yourself, I am the arms that lift you. When your steps falter, I am the ground beneath your feet. When your eyes fill with tears, I am the hand that gently wipes them away. Do not fear that my love will ever grow dim, for it is an everlasting flame. As the sun never forgets to rise, my mercies never forget to meet you each morning. My dear children, picture the sky after a long and heavy storm. The clouds part, and light breaks through, spreading across the heavens in radiant colors. Birds lift their voices again. The air smells fresh, and the earth glistens as though it has been washed clean. So it is with your soul when you rest in me. The storm may rage, but it cannot last forever. My light always breaks through. My peace always returns. My love always renews. You may feel weary, but remember, those who wait upon me will renew their strength. They will rise up on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. This is not a distant promise. It is my gift for you now. Let your spirit take flight on the wings of my strength. Let your soul find refreshment in the living waters that flow from my throne. My dear children, do not be afraid to hope. Hope is not a fragile thing. It is anchored in my faithfulness. You can trust it because you can trust me. When you lift your eyes to the horizon, you will see that I am already ahead of you, preparing the path, opening doors, planting blessings. You need not dread what is to come. Tomorrow is already in my hands. I go before you, and I surround you on every side. Think of a river, clear and strong, winding its way through valleys and fields. It nourishes everything it touches, bringing life where there was once barrenness. My spirit is like that river in your life. It flows continually, never running dry. Even when you wander into deserts of despair, my river flows beneath the surface, ready to spring up and refresh you. Drink deeply, my dear children. Do not sip lightly, but plunge into the fullness of what I offer you. My waters cleanse, my waters restore, my waters revive. My dear children, come to me as you are, and let me clothe you in peace. Lay down the garments of fear, and put on the robe of gladness. Release the ashes of sorrow, and receive the oil of joy. I do not despise your wounds, I heal them. I do not reject your weakness, I strengthen it. I do not condemn your faltering steps. I guide them. Every place where you feel empty, I fill. Every place where you feel broken, I mend. Every place where you feel lost, I lead you home. I want you to know this. You are safe in my embrace. Picture the loving arms of a father gathering a child close after a long, difficult day. The child rests against his heart, feeling the steady beat, knowing all is well now. That is my embrace for you. Come into my arms. Let the world's noise fade away, and let my heartbeat be the rhythm that steadies your soul. My dear children, hear again the promise I spoke long ago. Be still, and know that I am God. Be still in your spirit. Lay down the frantic striving, the anxious planning, the restless worrying. In stillness you discover my presence, and in my presence you find fullness of joy. Do not rush from this place. Remain with me, even as your day continues. Carry my peace like a lamp in the darkness. Carry my love like a song in the night. When you step back into your daily life, remember that I walk with you into every ordinary moment. I am in the laughter around your table. I am in the silence of your room at night. I am in the commute, the workplace, the classroom, the market. There is no place where I am absent. Make every place holy by remembering that I am there. My dear children, I bless you now with my peace, a peace that does not tremble when the world shakes, a peace that does not crumble under pressure, a peace that stands firm like a tower in the storm. Receive it now into your heart. Let it calm your mind. Let it soothe your body. Let it refresh your spirit. My peace I give to you, not as the world gives, but as only I can. I bless you with courage, courage to face tomorrow, courage to rise again after failure, courage to forgive when it is hard, courage to love when it is costly, courage to trust me, even when you cannot see the path ahead. This courage is not your own. It flows from my spirit within you. I bless you with hope, hope that endures through trials, hope that lifts your eyes above despair, hope that reminds you the story is not finished, hope rooted in the unshakable truth that I am making all things new. My dear children, you are my beloved, and I rejoice over you with singing. Even when you cannot hear it, my song is always being sung over your life, a song of redemption, a song of victory, a song of eternal love. Let your heart be tuned to hear it. Let your spirit dance to its melody. As you go, remember that I will never leave you or forsake you. I will never abandon you in the storm, never forget you in the valley, never cast you aside in your weakness. You are mine. You belong to me, and nothing can change that. So rest now. Walk forward in peace. Let your soul be lifted by my promises, and let your life shine as a light in this world, carrying my love to those who still sit in darkness. Be my hands of compassion, be my voice of kindness, be my reflection of mercy. For as you abide in me, the world will see my love through you. My dear children, if this message has brought comfort to your heart, if my words have spoken peace into your soul, then let that peace overflow. Share this light with others who are searching. Let them know there is hope. Let them know there is a Father who loves them. As you do so, I gently encourage you to remain connected here. Like this message, if it blessed you, comment with what I have spoken into your life, and subscribe so that these streams of living water may continue to flow into your days. Not for numbers, not for gain, but for the spreading of my love, that more of my dear children may find rest in my presence.